And that right there is some of the weapon armor you might see here on Freefall. But let's ask this guy over here what he plans on doing here in Freefall. Sir, got a moment to comment?
Well, me and my Sarge over here,
Hi.
Nice meeting ya.
we do a little bit of private security work. We heard about the Reaver trouble here on Ataraxia, and we came down to give the locals a hand, maybe earn a few bucks.
Oh, okay. Have they generally be in favor in your odds? I mean, you're kind of off-worlders. You run that issue?
I mean, we're here to lend a helping hand.
Yeah, I suppose they won't really have any issues to complain about. But do you find getting weapons pretty easy available? I mean, if that's your main work, protecting others, you either have to bring them in or there might be people you can get them from?
Well, we brought our own weapons, and I mean, private security, we have quite an extensive collection.
Okay.
We've had a collection for some time now.
Gotcha.
We've been stockpiling for a while.
About 3.5 years, you say?
Yeah, somewhere in there, yeah.
Gotcha. Is it still in pretty good working order? I mean, if it's been 3.5 years. I mean, I know nowadays it's pretty hard getting equipment to break down.
We take pretty good care of our equipment. There was we were trained that way. I think it's the best way to describe it.
Well, I mean, the newfangled...
Never had much to screw around with or break.
The newfangled Alliance stuff, those like lasers, those things break at the drop of a hat. Our good old-fashioned lead shooters, they'll last you a whole life if you take good care of them.
But isn't it getting harder and harder to find ammo for the lead-based weapons, or has it been...
Not on the rim. I mean, try to do stuff in the core. Yeah, they're all switching to the Alliance energy stuff, but on the rim, they're all just using the old good old-fashioned slugs.
So you don't see anything in the near future about running out of ammo? You just have to make sure you're in the right area?
Not in the next 10 years.
Okay. And by that time, you may be able to open up your own little business, or what you might be doing down. Okay. I mean, it seems like you guys have a pretty nice set here, so I'm assuming you'll be able to make it that far. But
oh yeah.
Are you trying to get like bigger plans, bigger operations for the more money out of it, or are you guys that want to play it safe?
We're not in it to make a profit. We're just folks trying to make a living.
Okay.
Just getting by.
Do you generally favor, I don't know if I want to say favor, but prefer fighting the Reavers that are kind of mindless and you don't know what they're going to do next, or you prefer working with locals?
Well, I mean, it always does put a tear in my eye when I have to shoot somebody who got a family, but Reavers, don't take them lightly. They may run at you, but I plugged a whole magazine into one of them and still kept at me. I had to take it down with my knife.
Wow, that's pretty scary. I'm hoping you'd enjoy taking them from a further distance from like a projectile weapon.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you have to, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Problem is, their pilots are goddamn crazy. They'll fly those things right into the middle of a town square.
Drop down.
It seems like most of your weapons you have here are land-based, but do you have some air weapons in base?
We'd rather not go into that right now.
That's fine.
But let's just say we can take care of ourselves.
Alliance certainly frowns on having weapons on ships, especially freighters like ours.
Yeah. Okay.
We wouldn't do anything to displease the Alliance.
Not one thing, sir.
I'm assuming your ship's pretty speedy, makes it there, or is it a pretty armored ship that gets things done? Takes it pounding and keeps on ticking?
I'd like to say it does a tad of both.
Okay.
It's certainly it's slow and unreliable and falls at the drop of a hat.
So kind of a jack of all trades, but master of nothing type situation?
I wouldn't say master of nothing. We all got our specialties.
Okay.
I mean, we got our mechanic over here. He'll fix anything that's got an engine.
I'm assuming you'd have some time to tell a few stories of how dangerous these two have been on your ship. Okay.
He don't talk much. When he does, you don't want him to.
I think we should...
I'm an awfully affable guy.
I'm sure we should let the people decide that.
Yeah.
Would you have a story in mind that pops out on one of your most hardest maintenance to fix?
Well, the DDU-17 project was stand out in my memory.
Well, there was also that time the Reaver crashed into our Goram ship, took out the entire left thruster.
I'm assuming when you were flying it, or did they, you were just getting to your ship and they took it out?
That was not more of a scratch, Captain.
Well, I don't know that flying is the right word for that. I think crashing might have been the right word for that. I would have certainly liked to avoid.
Captain, you got to keep a good spin on it. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
A splash.
Isn't that sort of
swim from? We got away from it.
Isn't that sort of loser talk, like survivor talk? A pilot would be like, any landing you can take off of is a good one.
Hey, we're alive. We're making our way through the world.
Okay, gotcha.
You gotta be able to put it back together.
I think I might got someone who might want to say a few things about what he's doing here on planet.
Well, I'm stuck on this planet right now.
Oh, why is that?
Mining.
You gotta pay someone before you can go, or you're just trying to look for money to bring back to your family?
I'm not exactly sure. Money, paying for the family, well, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the planet. They told me I can't leave.
Did they give you a reason why, or it's just they need the work, so you're staying?
They probably need the work.
Okay. Generally, what is it that you mine? You mine some of the titanium oxide,
probably
or
just the different ores we have different around, make useful tools, probably.
Okay. You, with all this talk about ataraxite, you ever get a chance to mine some of that, or?
I've never seen it.
Okay. You got friends that have seen it?
Never.
Okay. You a miner per choice, or were you some of the browncoats that were sent here to re-education camps?
Probably the re-education camp, similar.
Okay. I noticed your sort of get up here. Is this local weather, hot climate, or is this just your personal preference?
It's just a personal preference. It's nice and cool.
I guess as long as you're here in the meantime, are you just going to be visiting the general stores, maybe putting a few money down in the casino, see if you can earn a quick buck?
Yeah.
You got any friends that run the store, or you're kind of...
I don't know anybody who's running the store, and I don't know,
okay.
just wandering around.
Gotcha. And I guess in that case, with how long you've been here, have you any thoughts about Freefall in general?
Well, wouldn't mind getting off the rock.
Okay. You see any choice in the near future, or you think you will be stuck here for a little bit? Okay.
Stuck here for a little bit, but there'll probably be some opportunities.
Gotcha. I only hope those come sooner, because it sounds like you seem to be a normal guy that, you deserve to be out the planet. Well, I appreciate your time. I think I gotta wrap this up since I believe I'm running out of tape. So, thank you very much, sir.
Yep.
Since you're tied up at the moment, Mr. Reaver, would you be able to answer a few questions?
I think it's Mrs. Reaver, actually, sir.
I'm sorry. Miss Reaver, could you explain how you got tied to a tree? Okay. So it was a quick event? Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry. Maybe. Miss Reaver, was it this Alliance soldier here that got you and tied you up? Look, it's just a simple question. Yes or no? You sure? Fine. Well, okay, my final question, Miss Reaver. Are you an actual Reaver, or are you one of the captured humans? Okay, apparently. Yeah, it might. Soldier who captured this Reaver. Care to comment real quick?
Not really.
Okay, that's fine. I better get us out here. She seems to be getting pretty close to getting out of her bonds. Thank you very much. That's all.